from the snazzy paint job, this car looks, drives and handles just like any other SUV. But there's one curious difference. This one sucks in air and pumps out water. So, how do they do it? When NASA decides to send up a space shuttle, they don't wheel her round to the nearest gas station to fill her up. Rockets work on rocket fuel. And that normally means hydrogen and oxygen. But could this explosive combination be harnessed to run an ordinary car? Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. It's in the earth, it's in the sea, it's in the sky. In fact, you can't go anywhere without bumping into the stuff. But while there's plenty of hydrogen about, grabbing hold of it is surprisingly difficult. You need something like this. The Linde chemical plant in Leuna, Germany, makes enough hydrogen to fill 30 Olympic-sized swimming pools every hour. Except you don't make hydrogen. You extract it from other substances that contain it. And one of the best sources is methane, which in this case has been piped hundreds of kilometers from the gas fields of Russia. After its long journey, the methane is welcomed with a sauna. The 850-degree steam reacts with the methane, producing hydrogen gas, along with carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. But no one wants a load of carbon dioxide in their fuel. So they pass the gas through a kind of molecular sieve. This removes the carbon gases, leaving 99.99% pure hydrogen, which is then chilled below minus 252 degrees Celsius. If you mixed this liquid hydrogen with oxygen and threw in a match, the results would be spectacular, but wasteful. All that light and sound is energy down the drain. So scientists the world over are working on less explosive, more effective ways to harness hydrogen's power potential. Scientists like Dr. Lars Peter Thiessen. Here at the General Motors Lab in Rüsselsheim, Germany, he's developing the hydrogen fuel cell. It may not look much, but you never know. This rubber doormat could be the energy source of the future. A rocket burns hydrogen with oxygen, producing an almighty blast of hot gas. Great for getting into space, not so good for going to the shops. So the fuel cell doesn't burn hydrogen, instead it uses it to produce electricity. Hydrogen and oxygen enter separately on either side of the cell. The hydrogen electrons are really keen to meet up with the oxygen, but the fuel cell makes them work for it, forcing them to travel round a circuit to get to the oxygen on the other side. That movement of electrons around the fuel cell is electric current. And the only byproduct is water. The problem is, each fuel cell produces only 0.7 volts of electricity. This isn't enough to power an egg whisk, let alone a car engine. So Lars Peter stacks hundreds of fuel cells on top of each other and gets enough power to punch a 2-ton car up to 160 kilometers per hour. But this kind of performance takes years of hard work and lots of money.
We have invested more than 1 billion euros in this technology, and there is still money to add.
Not a great price per litre so far, but it's only going to improve as they get engines out of the lab and into cars. Once the hydrogen fuel cell is installed, the fuel tanks are attached and filled. To stop them springing a leak and going all Hindenburg, the tanks are made from a tough carbon fibre composite. So the radical roadster is ready to hit the streets.